amigos, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hoy vamos a hablar del abecedario español. Hello friends, today we start our first Spanish lesson with the Spanish alphabet. Now I have good news for you. Spanish pronunciation is much easier compared to English or any other language, I think, because you basically read what you see and there are not so many differences. So you remember from today's lesson, I hope you remember the exact pronunciation and it will help you. Just make sure to take some notes, pause this video anytime you need, make sure to practice as much as you can. Please do that, it will help you. Watch the mouth movements and watch the articulation, So when you have the chance to speak, you don't sound like an English speaker or any other language speaker, so you sound just like a native Spanish speaker. Alright, let's start. First of all, I'd like to pay your attention to the vowels. There are just 5 sounds and make sure you pronounce them exactly as I tell you here. So the first sound is A. It is not A. It does look like letter A, but on the one hand, of course, in English you have A or A or long sound, short sound. But in Spanish it's always going to be A. Alright, one more time. A. Very good. The next one is just like letter E, the spelling is the same, it's E, but in Spanish it sounds like E. I would say it's a favorite, let's say favorite, most Spanish sound, because you're gonna see it like España, español, it's always starting with E. And also when Spanish people are thinking about something, they go like E, like they're thinking and they use that letter just to fill in the gap when they're talking to you. So it's E. Next one is also tricky. It does look like letter I and you do want to say I, but make sure to say E. Alright, one more time. E. Again, this is letter E and this is letter E. So there is a difference here. Also sometimes you see, actually a lot of times here, you see a letter Y, which means and. For example, Anna y Pedro, which means Anna and Pedro. So it is also pronounced like E. But other times it's mostly letter I, which is E, alright? So for now we have A, E. Next one is letter O. Pay attention how I pronounce it. It's not an O. You do want to say O from like telephone, phone, But in Spanish language we don't do that O. We say just O, alright? Look at me again. One more time. O. Very good. And the last sound is U. Again, don't say you, alright? It's just like, just one sound, U. So, from the top, A, E, O, U. Perfect, you mastered the vowels. I think it's pretty much 50% of the pronunciation, and you will see what I'm talking about in further videos. So let's get to the alphabet. We start again from letter A, and now I'm going to give you also words that start with that letter, so you can practice the word and also enrich your vocabulary as well as practice the sound. Make sure to take notes and let's go. The first is A, and we'll start with amor, of course. Love. So amor means love, and letter A, as I said, is always going to be A. No other variants here. Next one is B, but in Spanish we pronounce it as be. And pay attention, you're always going to see that pretty much always in all the consonant sounds. It's going to be E in the end of that sound, so it's a be. Bicicleta. One more time, be. Bicicleta. Very good. Next one is se. Alright, it might sound like se in Spanish or se in Mexico and in other countries in Latin America. So se or se, and the word is casa. Of course, we talked about that last time. Remember Mario Casas? Casa, which means house. Next letter is de. Okay, it's not a D, it's not the verse of D English, it's a de. And the word I have is domingo. Sunday, domingo. Pay attention actually, the names of, we will talk about that, the names of the days of the week, they are spelled with the small letter, unlike English. So, de, domingo. Next one is E. We had that sound, remember, it's an E. So say with me, the word is elefante, elephant. Now you might see this, and I talked about you, if you haven't seen the previous video, go ahead and do that, about how to study vocabulary. That a lot of words might sound the same, like in your language or in some languages you know. So elefante, just like in English, elephant, and pronunciation is e. Next one is fe. So the F sound is fe, the name of that letter. And the word I have is flor. Doesn't that sound just like flower? Of course it is a flower, flor, fe. Next one is G, but in Spanish we pronounce it as je. One more time, very soft, you're kind of breathing je. And the word is gato, which means a cat. Now there are some rules about pronunciation of je. Sometimes it sounds like je, like genial, gente, sometimes sounds like g, guitarra, gato, but I will speak about the rules of pronunciation in the next video, alright? Today we speak about the alphabet and the sound, you get acquainted and we practice more. The next one after G is H, which sounds like ache. Now imagine you're sneezing like achis, yeah, and you say ache. This is the name of the letter H, yeah, ache, but make sure you don't pronounce it. Remember, please, it is a silent letter, okay? So, for example, you have the word helado, ice cream, which is great for summer, hot summer, yeah? So, helado, and it is spelling, like it is in the spelling, you have to write it, but you don't pronounce it. Whenever you see this H letter, just make sure it's silent, don't pronounce it. Hotel, yeah, like many other words. Okay, next one is our letter E, exactly. This is not I, this is E, and the word from previous video, if you watched it, it's iglesia, yeah, like Enrique Iglesias. Iglesia means church. And let's add a new word, isla. Isla means an island, yeah, island. Remember the song by Madonna, I think it was? Yeah, La Isla Bonita. Yeah, very beautiful, very old song, but very beautiful. I still love listening to it. So, isla. Next one is the letter J, which looks like J, but in Spanish we pronounce it as jota, alright? Jota. It's kind of from the throat, so jota. And the word I'm going to give you is jamón. Of course, what do we do without Spanish jamón ibérico, yeah? It is ham, basically, but maybe Spanish people would argue that it's a bit different. So, jamón, jota. Next word is, next letter, sorry, is K, which is pronounced like ka. Okay, so ka, and the word is kilo, just like in English, kilogram, kilo, so k. There are not so many words with K, but, well, it's in the alphabet, so we have to know that letter as well, that sound. Next one, it's a pair, so the first is ele. When you have just a single L, it is ele. And the word is, which word? Let's say, oh, luna, luna, very beautiful, luna, it is the moon. But when you have the double eye, which sounds like ye, it's not le anymore, so single L is ele, and double L is ye. And in that case, you get the sound like lluvia, which means rain, or llama, which is, llama. So very cute. The double L is different. Remember this, please. Next one is eme. So letter M sounds like eme. And the word is mano. Yeah, the word mano, which means hand. Okay, next one is, again, a pair. It is ene, which is n. Yeah, n sound, ene. For example, the word is nombre. ¿Cómo es tu nombre? What's your name? Nombre means name. But when you add a little wave over that ene, so you'll get enye. One more time, enye. This is very soft n sound, like in the word mañana, very famous Spanish expression you might have heard of. Siempre hay mañana, meaning there's always tomorrow, there's no need to rush to do something today, we can always do it tomorrow. Alright, mañana, enye. This is a little wave, actually it's called tilde, which is that accent you put there, but yeah, remember when it's there you pronounce it very soft, nya. Alright, next letter is O. Now we mentioned this before, it is not O, like in English it's an O. Alright, one more time, O, and the word is oso. I have a little oso here for you, especially for this alphabet lesson. Next one is pe. Again, pe, very soft, pe. For example, the word pato. Pato means duck. Okay, that's a P. Next one is, yeah, it does look like Q, but you want to say Q, but it's a Q. All right, Q. For example, the word I love, queso. Do you love queso? So it means cheese. Okay, queso. Again, there are some rules, so we will speak about that, how like the combination of letters, how they are pronounced. Okay, this is Q. Next one is R. So when you have a single R, this might be challenging for English speakers, or like if you have trouble to pronounce the R sound, but make sure you practice the word in English. Yeah, how you say the word butter, butter, So that's the R you need for Spanish. For example, the word is ratón, or the word is perro, which means butt. Another thing is when you have double R, this is the R, so you have the word perro, which is a dog. Perrito caliente is a hot dog, right? Just like the same translation, literal translation. Okay, one more time. R, perro, and perro. This is double R. Okay. Next one is ese. Again, any word that starts with S will be pronounced like ese. For example, Skype would sound like Skype in Spanish, because the name of letter is ese, alright? And the word is siesta. I think everyone loves that. Don't you love a little siesta after lunch maybe? So it's, you know, that little nap you have in the afternoon. Sometimes not little, sometimes couple hours. So siesta, ese. Next one is te. So I want you to say kind of soft te. Te, like a word taza, una taza de té, una té, also with T. Next is u, which is again not you, remember we talked about that in the beginning, so u, like uva, grapes. And next one might be different depending what country you are in, like Spain or South American, Central American, so it might be uve, sorry, yeah, the next one, uve or mve. The name, yeah, it is like uve, and the word, for example, vaca. Now, you might hear me say vaca, not vaca, and that's okay, because when you talk and you listen to Spanish speakers, you will notice that they pronounce V just like something in between, I would say, between V and B. Or ventana, window, again, it's not a V, ventana, it's not ventana, it's something in the middle, alright? Keep practicing. Uve or ve. And just like that, the next one is W or UW. So UW, like the word, wagon. Well, just like wagon or wombat, yeah, very strong V. And we're getting close to the end. The next letter is called X. So the X is like in the xilófono, X. And there are not that many words that start with that, or examen, it would sound like KS, and we will speak about the rules of pronunciation as well. Next letter is called Y, which literally translates as the Greek E. Remember the I with the dot, that is Y, and the word yogur. And like the last word, the last letter and the last word will be zeta. Again, depending if you learn Spanish or South American. I want you to be able to understand all of that, because it's different when you talk to people, it's different when you hear like on YouTube videos and others. So the letter Z, which is pronounced like zeta in Spain, or zeta. And the word is zapato or zapato, depending how you say it. Now, one more time, what I want you to do is go through all of those letters, pronunciations, write down those words, maybe you find new words. And I hope you practice, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please follow me if you haven't already. Tell me in the comments which letter is really hard for you to pronounce, and keep practicing. Good luck. Hasta luego. Ciao. See you. Bye bye.